So in this video, we're going to continue looking at variables in PHP, but particularly the variable that we're going to be looking at in PHP, we're going to start looking at how to structure a data type code, an Std object. Okay, how do we structure an Std object in PHP? So the version of a hash map or a dictionary in Python in PHP is called an Std object, or sometimes it won't be called Std, but it will be called object. So the object is also a key value pair. Okay, notation. It's a key value pair notation. So what will happen is that if you want to create an Std object, we're going to create, I'll call the variable object. Okay, then I'm going to say, I'll say new Std class. Okay, so when I say Std class, now I'll say from this object, I'm going to create, first of all, I'm going to create a name key, and the name key is going to have a value of what? Of PHP. Okay, so I'll call it after name key, then I'm going to say let's just set this to version. So this is PHP 8.2 that I'm using. I'll terminate there, also terminate there. Then I'll say object pointer, then I'll say year. So the year this was released, this is 2025, if not 2024. Okay, so we have an Std object, which is a key and a value pair notation. Okay, so we need to print this out to the screen. So I will do a break statement first. Then I'm going to do a print r statement. Print r statement. What do we want to print? The object. Okay, I didn't terminate there. So print object. Now when you go to the screen, what we have is an Std object with a key of name, version 8.2 and year 2025. So that's basically how you create an Std object in PHP. So if you want to print out one particular thing, you're going to say echo. So we're going to say echo another break statement. So to echo something out of an Std object, you're going to say, echo, and I'll say object, right? So the object, I'm going to print the name. Okay. Forgot to terminate there again. So yeah, the name is PHP. Name is PHP. I can also print out the year if I want. When I print out the year is going to be 2025. Okay. So from the 2025 printout. So that's how you basically create an object, an Std object. So in some cases, if you want to also create an object, instead of using the Std object itself, you can use an array. Okay. So how do you use an array? I can just build, an array is built in two ways. So the first array that I showed you, array, I'll call this array 2, was using square brackets. Okay. So now there is no special notation of any kind, but if I want, I can just use anything I want, square brackets, or I can use the keyword array. Okay. PHP allows you to do that. So in this array, I'm going to build a key value pair notation. What I'm doing here, you can also do in this syntax. There is no difference of any sort. It's just that one uses a keyword and the other one uses the square bracket notation. And then maybe performance wise, yes. Then I can say name. Now say equal greater than, like that. Now say the name is PHP. Okay. Then we're going to say the version is also 8.2. I'm going to say the year. So assume it was released 2025. Okay, so what we have right now is an array. Okay, what we have here is an array. So now, okay, let me introduce a break statement on top also. So what we have right now is an array. It's just an ordinary array. If we do a print r, okay, do a print r like that. what we have is array2. Array2. So in array2, if we refresh, what we have, it says array. So the type here is array. Here the type is std object. So now we can convert this array into an std object. What do we do to convert? We can just typecast into an object. To typecast, what we're going to do is that we're going to say object. I'm going to call this object2. I'm going to say the array. I'm going to reduce in brackets object. I want to typecast to object. Typecast to object. What are we typecasting? This array. Okay, array2. So just like that, it's been typecast. If you want, you can put a multiplication sign here. It's one and the same thing. But I think PHP won't allow us to do that. So now, if I want, okay, let me put a break statement. Okay, I'll put it from here to still work. So I'll put the break statement just here, and then I'm going to do a print r of object2. So if I want to print out object2, then I'll run that. Okay, so it says std object instead of array. So that's how you typecast an array into an std object in PHP. So in the next video, we're going to look at now and resource, okay, and the other data types remaining in PHP.